Good morning, everyone. Thanks for coming to our field headquarters opening. My name is Kit Lam, AAPI Political Director of the campaign. And thanks for the wonderful performance from Lion Dance Me. I'm going to quickly explain the scroll, the two scrolls that they just put up. So 雄才偉略 means great talent and bold strategy. Daniel has what it takes to fix San Francisco. Second, 為民請命 means speak up and work for, take care of well-being of people. Daniel is ready to fight for every San Franciscan. And now I'm passing the mic to our campaign manager, Han. Thank you.
Hey everybody. Just give it up one more time for the dancers up here. Awesome. Well, hi everyone, my name is Han. I'm Daniel's campaign manager. It's so wonderful to have you all here. I'll be really quick. We have a lot of great speakers. I just wanted to welcome everybody to our new campaign headquarters. This is a space that we hope for a lot of you who have already been door knocking with us, going to farmers markets with us, that this becomes a second home for you like it has for us and for Daniel already in the last week and a half that we've been here. So I'm going to bring up first Tashrima, who is one of our super volunteers, has been with us since the beginning. Many of you have probably talked with her or emailed with her, been part of roundtables with her. She's going to say a few words.
Thanks, Han. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us as we celebrate the grand opening of our new headquarters. I'm not saying we chose a location for the nearby food options, but you will notice that we're conveniently located across from a hometown creamery. My name is Tashrima Hussain, and I've had the fortune of being part of our team since 2023. I actually heard about Daniel before I met him. My former professor shared that Daniel was considering running for mayor of San Francisco. She told me that he was the leader our city needs. A few days later, Daniel and I spoke, and I quickly understand why she had such strong conviction. Daniel shared his decades of service to the city and his vision for the future. But what really stood out to me is that he's not a career politician. Daniel is running because he loves our city and he wants to rebuild it for our kids. By the way, I should mention that I'm a law student across the country. When I got off the phone with Daniel, I wondered, should I quit school to work on this guy's campaign? That's how much I believe in Daniel. I didn't end up leaving school, but I have been working to get Daniel elected ever since. And with each passing day, I've grown more and more sure that Daniel should be and will be the next mayor of San Francisco. Daniel will talk a little bit more about his plans in a moment, but I want to use this time to share 3 things that you can't find in the Chronicle or in a campaign pamphlet. Number 1, Daniel listens, and he cares. You've probably seen him with his sleeves rolled up like they are today, walking through every SF neighborhood at all times of day. More than any other candidate, Daniel has been out in the community. He meets with merchants in the Sunset and the Castro, walks with nonprofit leaders in the Tenderloin, and rides along with SFPD throughout the city. No matter where he goes or who he speaks with, Daniel is at home everywhere in San Francisco. Daniel has also been doing community roundtables. He's met with arts and culture leaders, nightlife owners, emergency physicians, LGBTQ+ folks, and many more. After these conversations, participants share the same feedback. Daniel is refreshing. For once, a candidate who listens and truly seeks to understand his constituents. Number 2, Daniel has devoted his life to community. In 2005, Daniel founded Tipping Point to fight poverty in the Bay. And just last year, he founded the Civic Joy Fund, the organization behind TL cleanups, Downtown First Thursdays, night markets, and Summer of Music. Daniel may be new to politics, but he is a long-time public servant. He's worked with supervisors and city agencies to do big things. He has experience making tough calls, holding organizations accountable, and demanding results. He has navigated the bureaucracy of City Hall, but is not entangled in ethics violations like every other candidate for mayor. Daniel has the experience to serve our city. Public servant, but not a career politician. What more can we ask for? Number 3, Daniel is the hardest worker I know. In the early days of the campaign, Daniel and I worked out of his kitchen. Between back-to-back Zooms and policy prep sessions, he would always find time to offer me more blueberries. This campaign may have started at a kitchen table, but look around. Look at everyone here. This room is a testament to the energy Daniel has poured into San Francisco. Daniel is the hardest worker I know, and at the same time, he always shows up for the people in his life. He is the person to tell our team, you all should take a break, but I'll keep working until my 8 years are up. He is the person who will pause while filming a campaign ad to FaceTime his son. He is a person who always has a million things to do, but will still text to see how you're doing. We have heard people critique where Daniel comes from, but let me be clear. He has spent decades working harder than any other candidate, not because he has to, but because he believes in a brighter future for all of us. Daniel's record shows that he won't stop until we rebuild this city. After my first conversation with Daniel, I realized that our city would be better with him as mayor. Today, I know Daniel should and will be the next mayor of San Francisco. Now, let's go out and get him elected. And with that, please join me in welcoming former SFPD Commander Paul Yep and former SFPD Captain Robert Yick.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. I am former Commander Paul Yep. I spent 28 years working for city government in our police department. And I'm very excited and happy to be here this morning. Thank you for being here. Daniel Lurie, our next mayor of San Francisco. Yeah. He's going to make San Francisco safe and vibrant again. He's going to do this by fully restoring and growing our police department staffing to improve response times for 911 calls. I know we want that. And he's going to do this by putting footbeats in our beautiful and diverse communities and neighborhoods in San Francisco. I'm sorry to say our current and past city leadership has failed our San Franciscans. who no longer feel safe in our own neighborhoods and communities. We know Daniel Lurie has a proven track record of leadership and courage. He has the right combination of strength and compassion. I'm convinced Daniel brings a fresh perspective and innovative, common sense plans to restore our city. Daniel chose to run for mayor for all the right reasons. We must elect Daniel Lurie, the next mayor of San Francisco. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Robert Yick. I retired from the police department after 29 years. And to put this into context, both Paul and I were commanding officers for pretty much half of the city, 5 of the 10 district stations. So we know what is needed in this city to adequately patrol and police this city. So when I sat down with Dan, one thing that I noticed is he really did his homework. He had interviewed officers, he had sat down and gone on ride-alongs, and it wasn't me as much responding to his questions as much as he drew up his plan. And one thing that no one else has mentioned, even though many have said that their priority was public safety, was that he wants to help public safety and the first responders with housing, subsidies, and also for those that have children, being able to assist with childcare as well too. So that's something that I haven't heard. As far as sitting down with him, what I immediately noticed was his personality and that he is very sincere. So if you've had the pleasure of sitting down with him, he is very personable, and that is something that I can speak for myself, that normally when you're working with city officials, you normally don't have that opportunity, and you don't have that feeling and comfort when you're sitting down. So with that said, I am fully supportive of Dan, and I think this is the first time that, at least I can't speak for Paul, but myself publicly supporting an elected, and I really expect that he will be the next mayor of San Francisco. And now I would like to introduce Becca.
Awesome. Thank you. Oh my goodness, look at all of you guys. What a crowd here today. Thank you all so much for being here. Honestly, it's a total thrill to see all of these amazing faces out here. For those of you who don't know me yet, if I haven't introduced myself, which I will later, hopefully, I am Becca Prouda. I am Daniel's wife, and some may say his better half. Most may say that, in fact. There are a few things that I knew without a doubt in the early days of dating Daniel. If we had a daughter, she would have to be named Taya, and that his life's work would be committed to serving others. 23 years later, both things have turned out to be true. After serving in the mayor's office under Gavin Newsom and working in the governor's office for the past 5 years, I can tell you that running a city, and running a state for that matter, comes down to a combination of your values, the priorities you focus on, and your ability to execute. Daniel talks a lot about his priorities. So let me tell you about our values. We are a family that sees public service, the true version of public service, not the version for personal profit or gain, as a fundamental part of who we are as people and who we are as parents. We believe in kindness. We believe in community. We believe in empathy and integrity. It takes courage to fight for what you believe in, to do what's right every single time. We also believe that details matter, that success requires vision and accountability at every turn. My life in San Francisco started 20 years ago. At that time, it felt like the city was living in the future. We were on the leading edge of human rights, equal rights, technology, business, and protecting the planet. It's going to take bold leadership to get us back to there.
Yeah.
From North Beach to Chinatown to right here in the Sunset, San Francisco's neighborhoods have always been our crown jewels. But right now, as a woman, I do look over my shoulder when I walk down a street at night. As a mom, I've thought long and hard about whether it's safe to let our kids ride Muni alone. Our downtown is still struggling mightily to recover from a pandemic that feels like a lifetime ago. Meanwhile, corruption lurks in every corner of City Hall. There are politicians in this race for themselves. Daniel is in this for all of us. He is going to profoundly change the city that we are living in with fresh eyes and more heart than those who are entrenched in the system. And he doesn't owe City Hall insiders anything. As mayor, he is not going to be scratching the back of every single person who has done him a solid along his way. Corruption will have no place in a Lurie administration. I want to be clear on this point. It is not the standard in our house at home. It is not what we teach our children. It's not the standard in all of your homes, and it is not a standard we should accept for elected leadership in our city. On day one, Daniel is going to be working for the best interests of San Francisco and for all of you. With Daniel in charge of this city, it's going to be safer, cleaner, greener, and a more livable city. And guess what? It's also going to be a lot more fun. I couldn't be more proud to welcome him here today and to support his vision for San Francisco and the hardworking people and families who are making a choice to call this city home. And with that, over to you, Daniel.
Move in, come on in. I need you close. We're gonna be close, we're gonna be a family for the next 101 days. I'm Daniel Lurie. And I'm running for mayor, and we are going to win on November 5th together. People say, what's your vision? And so I want to tell you right off the bat, I want to start with this. I want when you call your friends who have moved out of town or just down to the peninsula or South Bay or out to the East Bay or to Marin, I want you to tell them, and I want them to tell you, I want to come see you in San Francisco. I want to come out for dinner. I want to go shop in Union Square. I want to go to the Castro. I want to go to North Beach. I want people not to be scared to come back to San Francisco.
Yes.
So let's start there. Let's clean our streets. Let's make sure that we feel safe. Let's make sure our neighbors around this region want to be in San Francisco again. Then the bigger picture is, if you're a business, big or small, you're going to have to be in San Francisco because this is where the action is. Headquartered here. We're going to be the innovation capital of the world again, just like Becca said. If you're an entrepreneur, if you're an innovator, you have to be in San Francisco. And by the end of our 8 years in office, that will be the case. So that's where we're going, okay? There's a lot of new people in this room, so I just want to share a little bit. Becca talked about our values, and for me, it started with my parents. My mom always focused on early childhood education. My dad was a rabbi, helping tens of thousands of Jews flee persecution in the 80s and 90s, helping people he would never meet in his entire life. My stepfather, part of the Levi Strauss family, a company that took care of its employees, gave rights to LGBTQ workers long before it was required by law, desegregated factories in the South long before other companies did. I was raised right. I was raised with good values, a moral compass. And that's what this city needs in its next mayor. Since 2005, I have focused my life on serving this community through Tipping Point Community. I've always thought everyone deserves an opportunity. And at Tipping Point since 2005, we helped house over 40,000 people and prevented thousands more from falling into homelessness. We held nonprofits accountable, worked with them if they were struggling, but if they weren't providing the services that we needed them to, we cut them and funded groups that were performing. Something that does not happen at City Hall. They rubber stamp grants to nonprofits year after year. They've had bigger budgets, worse outcomes, more excuses. I'm running against a group of City Hall insiders that have had 70 years of combined experience among them. They talk about my lack of City Hall experience. Well, what they do over and over again is not called experience. It's called failure. Okay? So here's where we're going. To get to that vision that I talked about, we started in September laying the groundwork. We've had close to 200 meet and greets, 7 days a week for 10 months. And I have to tell you, when we first got started, I was like, okay, I can do this. I can do this. But then I started getting stronger. Our team started growing. We have now a field team led by Han and Bo. We have the greatest organization in this campaign. We're built to win on the staff side. But what we need to finish strong over the next 101 days is all of you. We need you knocking on every single door in the city. We need you making phone calls, writing notes, wearing your pin, putting signs up in windows in every corner of this city. I need you to win this campaign. Are you ready? Are you ready? They've said it, and I've said it from day one. There's not going to be a candidate that outworks or out-hustles me. No one will. No one has, no one will. More importantly, no one is going to outwork any mayor. I'm going to outwork every mayor that's come before for the next 8 years because I am going to represent, as Becca said, I don't have the insiders backing me. I don't have the special interests backing me. I am going to only serve the people, the taxpayers, the residents of San Francisco, not the special interests. And the reason I need you so much is because they're scared of us. They're scared to have me in as mayor because guess what? They can't control me. They can't control me. And that's what they're most scared of. And so that's why I need you knocking on every door, making those phone calls, wearing those pins, telling people that we're running a clean campaign, a good campaign focused on lifting up San Francisco and making San Francisco shine. Making our city shine because we know, what we know is that when San Francisco's at its best, when we're at our best, it's the greatest city in the world. We all know we're not at our best, but together we are going to get there. So, before I turn it over to Bo, I want to thank you all for getting us, building this foundation, getting us to where we're at right now, which is right in the midst. This is gonna be a close race. We all know this. So I need you. I need you. Tejrima, super volunteer. You see how amazing she is? That was an amazing, amazing talk. Tejrima, thank you. Bobby, Paul, thank you for your support. Han, thank you for leading this crew. And to my wife, Becca, she's the strongest, baddest ass person I've ever met in my life. The mic is, you're starting to see me turn into a little bit of a politician now. The mic is in my hand, so I may just keep going for one more second. People say, Daniel, you're so nice. Becca and I are tough as nails, and I get it from her. This is gonna be a tough 101 days. With you by my side, babe, I know we're going to win. And with everybody in this room, I know we're going to win. So I hope you will go out with me right after Bo gets up here, the head of field, to give us our marching orders. We're gonna go knock on doors this morning. I'm excited to walk with all of you. Bo, come on up here. Thank you all very much.
So who's all in? You! Who's all in? You! I have a loud voice, I'm an organizer, all right? So listen, when I joined this team, I was so impressed by all the work that had been done. And I asked Daniel and I asked Han, how'd you guys get all this done? And they said, we have super volunteers. We have volunteers that when we call, when we email, they show up. They walk with me. They talk to folks in their neighborhoods. And I am so excited to be on this campaign. Once I saw what was done, I said, Daniel, I'm all in. So who's all in? All right. So there's lots of opportunities to help Daniel. And in my faith culture, it's not good enough just to believe, but you got to put work behind it, right?
Yes. Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about some work. How many of you have worked any of the farmers markets? Do we have any farmers market volunteers? Yeah. Look at those volunteers. All right. How many of you have signed up to be precinct captains? Any of our precinct captains? There we go. Thank you, sir. And raise your paddle if you have already knocked doors or talked to your community about Daniel. Look at that. If you weren't able to raise your hand, no fear. You'll be able to do it after today, okay? All right, we got a couple of opportunities here. So first of all, we're on the street. So tomorrow and next weekend, tomorrow we will be in the Excelsior, and then next weekend we'll be at Castro. We've got QR codes here. If you're interested in joining us and joining Daniel, please click that QR code and sign up. I know folks love farmers markets, and we're looking for people who will take on their local farmers market to have continuous conversations with voters. So if you're interested in that, we have a boot camp coming up next week. It is on the board, as well as we have the farmers market boot camp is this Thursday. And if you'd like to be a precinct captain, we're training this Tuesday. But the biggest thing is we're going out right now. So if you are joining Daniel, if you are joining Daniel, I want you to go to one of 4 rooms, and it'll be apparent. You can pick any of the 3 rooms that are behind you, and there's one room over here. We have staff that are ready to train you, help you get up the app on your phone so we can get out and we can make this happen. But before we dismiss, Daniel talked about family, and you need a family picture, right? So we're going to ask everybody to come in a little closer. We're going to take a family picture. Some of you have those paddles. That's one of the reasons you have the paddles. You can hold your paddle up with the reason why you're supporting Daniel. And then after that, go to one of the 4 rooms. We'll train you. We'll get out to walk. In the next 20, 25 minutes, we will be out on the streets. Okay? All right. Thank you so much. So
come right here and join Becca and me for
against
a
this
group,
wall right
for
here,
a group
yes,
picture.
please. We fill in, fill in. There we go, folks. Fill it in, we're filling in.
I'll scooch up.
Hi everyone, folks, we got the camera over. I know the sound's over there after. You want to go in front of me?